Just about ready for baseball on MLB Network as you get a look at beautiful Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. Tonight, it's the home opener for 2017 between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Well, making his way forward is the leadoff man, Chris Young. As we are just about set now for baseball from New York. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Hicks is there now, and Young flies out to open up the ball game.
Second spot tonight.
Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Late that time for a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Into the windup and the pitch. George Springer is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
Hey, Matt, I like the cold weather strategy. You're probably saying, what's that, Harold? Well, the ball's up. He knows it's not going to carry on this cold night, so now you elevate out of the zone. You hope they swing at it and get some cheap pop-ups.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will get there with the game's first hit, a 2-out double. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
Well, right here's why you got him in the 4 spot to drive in runs. Now you come up with the big hit there. You put a guy at second base in scoring position, and here comes the big boy, number 4. Do your job, big fella. Drive him in.
Too high. 1-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Ready now, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
off for the Yankees, center fielder Kevin Pillar.
Chopped weakly to the left. Baez gloves it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. Settling in now, Aaron Hicks. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Well, Harold, as we take a look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Boy, that pitch looks so good when you're hitting, but you're not going to catch up to it. I think pitchers should use that more often. The high fastball in the eyes, it will never catch up to it.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Aaron Hicks becomes out number 2 this inning. Gary Sanchez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Lester ready, the 1-0. And a fastball upstairs here that runs it to 2-0.
Right there, it's a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit. Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. The 3-1 coming from Lester. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away. Now at the plate, Matt Dominguez. Man at first after the 2-out walk. And this one gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. 1-0 pitch on the way. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And here's a ball hit in the air. Zobrist ranging into the outfield, and that's the 3rd out. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He'll lead it off here to begin the 2nd.
Second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking rosy here. Down 0-2.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Ben Zobrist goes down to become the first out here in the 2nd inning. Javier Baez is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. No score here as we play inning number 2. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now. Here's Addison Russell. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side. Into the box, Chris Colabello. A matchup with John Lester now to lead off the inning.
Chris Colabello.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A called strike over the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball. He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Oh, he got the big fella out front on that one. This guy's got a lot of power, so he pulled the string on him, knowing if he got a 3-1 fastball, we're probably going to watch him jog around the bases.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Batting 6.
Here's Chase Headley.
Third baseman, Chase Headley.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's Zobrist now at second. On to first, and Headley's retired here, 2 away. Into the box now, Starlin Castro. Will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. Now the pitch. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Line to the right side. Springer is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Now batting, Jason Worth. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Hitter, Jason Worth.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Wilson Contreras. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Lofted in the air out to right field. Here's Hicks to put it away, and that's out number 1. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Here's Chris Young.
Center fielder.
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Young.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Comes set and the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a swing and a miss and another punch out here. 6 already. And that's out number 2.
Left fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew Benintendi. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
Third inning, no score to this point. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Worth rounds third and is digging for the plate. And the run will score as the Cubs strike first to lead it 1-0. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. Here's George Springer. 1 for 1 as he reached base for the double his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
He might have been setting him up with that high fastball to change his eye level. Now he's got him set up. Maybe he'll go down the zone.
Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he struck him out. His 7th of the ball game, and that ends the. Digging in, Darwin Barney. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Darwin
Now the
Barney.
first pitch here from Lester. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Now Lester's 0-1. And there's ball 1. 1-1. Here it comes. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Way out in front.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Another try at 2-2. 3-2.
This is not the guy you want to walk right here. Look, the 8-hitter, this could set up a big inning if he gets on.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Brett Gardner.
First pitch of the at-bat. Brett Gardner is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
That was an ugly swing, and that's indicative of how they've been swinging the bat today. They just have not looked like they're picking the ball up at all. He's just dominating.
And right there for it is Young for route number 2. Ready for another chance? Kevin Pillar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Young at the track. The wall. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Digging in for his second at bat, Aaron Hicks. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. Striding into the box, Anthony Rizzo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Well, that's two impressive fastballs, two mid-90s fastballs, just reaching back saying, I dare you to hit it. Finds himself in a nice 0-2 count now.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Anthony Rizzo goes quietly leading off the 4th. Fouled back. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Castro onto the grass. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Here's Javier Baez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. Striding in once again, Gary Sanchez. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Sanchez.
And Lester back to work as this is swung on and missed for the first strike. On the ground to the left side. Russell's got it. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Matt Dominguez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This ball will be chopped foul. Now the 0-1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation. So making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Matt Dominguez becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Hit on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. There's one. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Standing in, Addison Russell comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Addison Russell.
First pitch on its way. Just a tick behind for a strike. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
The designated hitter.
Here's Jason Worth. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike one.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet. So you don't know what you're going to see coming your direction.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that digging in the switch hitter, Chase Headley. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Chase Headley.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the curveball induces a big swing and a miss.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
0-2 count and the pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Now Lester deals the 1-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Young coming on. 1 down. Here's Starlin Castro. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the first pitch here from Lester. And he lays off there 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
That's just not a competitive pitch. I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Now the hitter's sitting 2-0.
This one's down to third. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner. Digging in now, Darwin Barney. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
Again, he sends it out of play. And he popped him up, drifting back behind first. And that's in there, base hit. He'll get it into second. And he'll get in there safely. Coming to the plate now, Brett Gardner. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up. So I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Digging in and looking for more, Kevin Pillar. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this. Wow, that's a high pitch. You know what? The closer that ball gets to your eyes, the better.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Here's Chris Young. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Center fielder, Chris Young.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Set to deliver the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Now the pitch. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Left fielder.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now. 0-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Here's George Springer. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Well, he got him to chase a fastball right there off the plate. He's such a good hitter. You don't see him chasing out of the zone very often. That just tells me the pitcher's got pretty good stuff.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Hicks.
Leading off with
He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth. Drilled right back up the middle, and there's his first base hit in this one. So with a man aboard now, the RBI men will have an opportunity with nobody out in the inning.
The batter.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. First pitch coming, here it is. Hicks running from first. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Now Lester's 0-1. He's on the move again from first. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2 now from Lester. And now he's on the move again for second. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Running yet again for second. Dribbled up the line, but that one rolls foul. He'll try it one more time for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. And in fact, there will be no throw as he loses the handle there on the transfer.
Designated hitter.
Digging in, Matt Dominguez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. For Hicks, at stolen base number 1 on the young season. Popped up, Contreras has a play, and that's the second out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Chris Colabello. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double. Here's Chase Headley. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Coming in is Benintendi. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Anthony Rizzo.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Pilar's there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Ben Zobrist now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. Popped up. Colabello is there for it. 2 down. Here's Javier Baez. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Matt, this is getting a little ridiculous. That strike right there puts him at 90% of hitters he's throwing first pitch strike to. You do that, yeah, you're going to dominate lineups.
I think a big reason why he's been so...
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that... Digging in and looking for more, Starlin Castro. They'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. On its way is pitch number 75. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Drilled down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Here's Zobrist now at second. Scooped up, and a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Darwin Barney. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Now Lester's 0-1. That's popped up out towards short right field. Zobrist ranging into shallow right. 2 gone. Here's Brett Gardner now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted in the air out to left. Benintendi is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Here's Addison Russell, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
Russell.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, they haven't had a real good game plan. That's a lot of balls they're swinging at out of the zone, helping him out. And there's a sign of another one out of the zone, helping the pitcher out. Got to know your zone. You won't have a chance.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Designated hitter.
Digging in once again, Jason Worth. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Miguel Montero will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 47, Miguel Montero.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. And this is swung on and missed that time by Montero. No balls and 2 strikes now.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
And that's through for a hit. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended. Here's Chris Young. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game.
Young.
Jason Grilli is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Jason Grilli.
John Jay will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
John Jay.
A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Well, now they got the tying run at first base. Now it's going to take a ball in the gap to really score this guy from first base. And I'm really curious how they're going to defend that on a relay throw, and maybe if we have a play or not. But you got to hit one in the gap to get there first.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Ready once again, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Kevin Pillar.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. And that misses for ball one. Lester ready, the 1-0. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Jay has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Right
now
fielder,
batting, Aaron Hicks. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. In there for strike one.
Well, that's another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game. First pitch strike to hitters. That's why he's deep in the game right now.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here it comes. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. 2-1. Here's Lester's offering. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Coming in is Jay. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Ready for another chance? Gary Sanchez. He singled earlier, making him 1-for-2 to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Set to deal on a 2 strikes. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning continues. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base. Digging in, Matt Dominguez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Fernando Rodriguez is called upon, and it's not for his usual role. Just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here.
This change defensively for the Cubs. Now playing center field, number 33, John Jay.
Luis Valbuena will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
Well, that's not what they were looking for when they brought him into the game. First pitch nearly hits the first batter he's facing. That's a little bit to be concerned if you're the manager.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you. Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Comes back with a dandy of a curveball there, and it's a full count, 3-2. And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. So stepping in, Chris Colabello in a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And he struck him out. So a masterful job of being thrown into the fire and getting the big strikeout to end. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands
Leading
in.
off for the Cubs,
He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Here it comes. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's George Springer. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Line to the right side. But this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And now pitch on the way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
And this will get all the way out to the 399 sign in Death Valley. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he's going to make it to third safely. And there's your tying run at third now with 2 away.
The second baseman, number 18.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Fouled back. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here. And a check swing here. They'll point down to the third base umpire, but no swing on that one. It's a ball 1. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Hey, his stuff was electric here in this one, so there's no doubt in my mind he's deserving. Look at all the strikeouts.